Florida Marlins taking on the Atlanta Braves. This is 2K Sports.
The big question is, how do you stop Jason Hayward? Do you? Let's see if they can do it in this game. From the National League East, it's Atlanta taking on Florida. Happy to be with you, our broadcast of 2K Sports Major League Baseball. Our starting pitcher, Jair Jurgens. So, Steve, conscious of this Florida lineup, what's on his mind?
Well, the good right-handed pitcher on the mound right here facing this lineup that can score some runs. It's going to be critical for him to keep the ball down to the zone and pitch to his capabilities. If he does that, he should have success.
We'll take a moment to look at the Marlins lineup. And our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today?
Well, you always want to keep an eye on Chris Coughlin, a guy that can do a lot of things with the bat. Not a lot of power, but he puts the ball in play and makes things happen at the top of the order for this team.
Lined up the middle, and the leadoff man of this ball game's on board. See if they get it started early. Let's take a quick look at the Braves and how they line up on the field with their defense. Thoughts, John? Anybody standing up?
Yeah, just consistency and overall good play, and that's Nate McLouth. He's not going to do anything flashy. You know, he's not going to make the highlight reel on every play, but what he does is he plays a consistent outfield, and that's what pitchers like. They know what they're going to get with McLouth is behind him.
Coughlin on at first base. And Jurgens misses outside. That is taken for a ball.
Well, he's one of those pitchers that doesn't like to fall behind, and when he does, he wants to come right back in with that fastball, so you got to be ready for it.
And the called strike is taken by Infante.
Gary, I think he decided that was a pitch he needed to take as soon as it came out of his hand. Just can't handle that fastball up and away.
Jurgens gets set and delivers. Fouled away. The 1-2 pitch. Foul ball! And another foul ball.
Well, even though he got ahead in the count here at 1-2 very quickly, you know he's in for a battle because this guy will shorten up just to put it in play. The pitcher has to be at the top of his game, even when he's ahead in the count, to get this guy out.
One away. And Hanley Ramirez at the plate with a runner on first.
Well, the Marlins chased the Braves for most of the season in that wild card race, and a big part of their struggles, the head-to-head record. They just couldn't keep pace with Atlanta.
Here's a swing and a line drive. And that's a base hit. Ramirez on board with a single. 7-11. That's the record the Marlins had against that Braves team that they needed to win, as Steve said.
And the Braves had some dramatic late-inning victories over the Florida Marlins in 2010. That was the difference.
Runners on first and second with one out. And here's the pitch. Fastball just misses. 1-0.
Well, Mike Stanton made a big splash in June of 2010 coming up to the big leagues, and to me he's here to stay. The legendary power in his bat is already making the rounds.
At the belt, the 1-0. He watches that fastball. It'll even up the count at 1-1. They're talking about the power in his bat. How about Stanton? He had a minor league home run estimated at 550 feet that cleared the scoreboard at the stadium.
And if you want to watch something, you got to come out and watch this kid take batting practice. He has light tower power. He hits them about as far as anybody I've ever seen.
Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Mike Stanton can't get it. Count is even.
Well, he clearly fooled him right there. He had him thinking fastball, and he pulled the string on it. Got him to swing right through it.
There's a swing, line drive, center field. And it's through, a base hit for Stanton. And he's in there. And he is out at second.
Well, at the end of the year, we're going to be talking about the numbers this guy puts up, and it's because in these sorts of situations, he finds a way to get the job done.
And Gabby Sanchez will stand in, 2 away. And some production being seen in this game early. They've got a chance now to extend the lead.
Well, they staked out an early lead in this one, just where they want to be.
Well, you know, when you hit like this in the first inning, you start to anticipate maybe a healthy bit of run support coming in this game. The fastball is in there. It's 0-1.
Gary, they're taking advantage of some early pitching mistakes. You have to do that because you never know if those mistakes are going to happen later in the game. Take advantage of the opportunities.
Swung on, and it's hit this one towards McLeod. And it's in there. Florida to score.
Well, it's now he's surrendered 3 straight hits. He's got to bounce back and get this guy. He needs an out.
That one's high. Jurgens didn't get him to bite on that pitch.
A good action on that pitch running away, but it's a ball you have to get down to the zone. Don't throw it up.
Ooh, that looked pretty good, but he falls behind. 2-0. He delivers. And that is a ball. So Morrison now will see if he's going to be able to swing on this next pitch. Not looking at a fastball. 3-1 now.
Well, he better not throw a 3-1 pitch in that same spot or it's going to get tattooed because he's going to be swinging here.
Swings at that fastball, can't make contact. 3-2.
The full count, 2 outs. The runner on first is going to get a pretty good jump, putting himself in a position to try to score on an extra base hit.
Three-two on the way. Fouled away by Morrison. And he strikes him out. He catches Logan Morrison flat-footed. Early scoring, that's always a blessing. They get it going here. The Marlins lead 2-0. And out on the mound, we've got Javier Vasquez. For Florida, he'll be starting. Well, Steve will be watching now. What's his approach going to be regarding this Atlanta lineup?
I've got a good right-hander on the mound and a good lineup that he's facing right here. And it's going to come down to execution on either side to see who prevails.
Vasquez, 1-0 delivery. Fielded by Ramirez. And that'll set down Prado. Lineup time. Here's a look at how Freddie Gonzalez has lined them up today. Any of these bats stand out, John?
Well, when you're talking about the best second baseman in all of baseball, Dan Uggla usually doesn't come up. But when you look at the power he can put up for that position, there's none better in the game than Dan Uggla. He swings hard, he strikes out a lot, but he also hits the ball of the ballpark at a pretty regular basis. He can change this game with a great swing.
Now batting with 1 away. Here's Jason.
Well, the Marlins showed in 2010 they can battle with the best teams in the National League East. They couldn't separate themselves, but they were right there with everybody else.
And the pitch from Vasquez, low that time for a ball. Marlins against the East, that's where they've got to win. They were 2 above 500.
It's interesting, though. They beat up on the Nationals, beat up on the Mets, but they lost 11 out of 18 games against the Braves and 13 out of 18 against the Phillies.
And that's in there. Atlanta's got their first hit of the game. And he pulls into second base. That will be a double. Got a chance to check out the Marlins now. Here's how they'll look defensively. Any picks, John?
Well, anytime Mike Stanton's on a baseball field, you will stand up and take notice. A gifted athlete, 6'5", former football player. This guy can do a lot of things. Very athletic, very great arm, a strong throwing arm. Sometimes accuracy is a problem, but I tell you, Mike Stanton's one of the best you'll see in the game of baseball.
He deals. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And it's going to be Stanton. 2 away. Hayward trying for third.
Well, he got a pitch he could drive. He just didn't get all of it, but at least able to advance the runner.
RBI opportunity really lost right there, but hey, you still got a chance to get him home. Third base, Hayward. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there. He got that slider in the strike zone and got the hitter out in front to swing early.
Vasquez sends the 0-1. And it's hit foul by Ugla. Vasquez misses. That's a ball.
Well, he struggles against the curveball with 2 strikes, so don't be surprised if that's what he sees in this situation.
Good eye by Dan Ugla. He lays off that one to even the count.
Oh, it's a great fastball right there down in the strike zone. Now there's so many ways to go. Let's see how he comes back to attack this hitter.
Here's the pitch. Catches that for a strike. Dan Ugla called out. Some good work there. Javier Vasquez works his way out of the first inning without allowing anyone to score. And it'll be the Marlins coming right up. And it's Buck batting. He's in his 8th year. And Jurgens misses outside. That is taken for a ball. The pitch. That's swung on and a liner here. And Gonzalez takes care of that one.
This ball is absolutely scorched at the shortstop. He doesn't even have to move to get the out.
And we've got Bonifacio batting.
I'll tell you what, Bobby Cox left a final impact on this Braves team. I'll tell you what, his final year last season, they played for him and got him to the playoffs.
1 out, nobody on. First pitch, and he misses the fastball. Strike 1. It was quite the story at the end of the year for Bobby Cox and the Braves. I mean, he was in games managing where he didn't know if it was going to be his last one or not.
And they did it on the strength of the pitching. They had a lot of injuries late. Man, had some defensive miscues as well in the playoffs. But his team showed they really respected their manager in Bobby Cox.
And he pulls into first base with that base hit. There's 1 down here.
Well, this guy's got a lot of speed over there at first base, and it's not going to be surprised to see him off and running to try to steal this base.
Vasquez at the plate. One out. Runner on at first. Drops down a bunt. Jurgens on to first. 2 away.
To be a successful pitcher, you have to be able to pitch and field your position, but you also have to handle the bat, and that's what he did right there.
Now, that number 9 spot, Steve, a lot of people say that's just a waste. That's an automatic out. That's how you take and get something out of it.
That's how you help yourself when you're the pitcher.
Two outs and a runner on second. And here's the first one. Coughlin hits the ground ball. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. So Jair Jurgens out of the inning. After the 2 runs allowed in the first, he's doing what he needs to pitch deep into this ball game now. Time now to move to the bottom half of the second. Turner Field is the site. Major League Baseball with beautiful weather here in Atlanta. And so Brian McCann will lead off. And Vasquez throws one outside for a ball.
Well, that's where you look for a changeup from the pitcher away in the strike zone. And if they look for it and get it, they can really shoot that thing the other way and do some damage.
Curveball just misses, falls behind 2-0. Here's the pitch. Pitch misses, ball 3. McCann can take one here. We'll see if he's got a green light.
Well, you get down 3-0 in the count. The pitcher in this situation has to throw strikes.
And McCann works this one to the hitter's count, 3-1. This is where he wants to use his power.
Well, he gets the strike, and it was just a get-me-over pitch right there. He better not throw that same pitch on 3-1, though.
Steve, all you get's trouble when you do this, a leadoff walk.
Boy, how many times does the leadoff man end up scoring? Most of the time.
So that's going to bring up Alex Gonzalez.
Yeah, take a look at Alex Gonzalez. He's a guy that's very sure-handed at the shortstop position. He's got a little bit of pop in his bat. Not a very good on-base percentage, more of a free swinger. But he's a guy that, given the opportunity in the clutch, drives in a lot of big runs. That's what you like about a guy at your shortstop position.
Runner on first. The pitch. Gonzalez grounds it, and he scoops it up. And there's 1. And 2. Double play. And a great throw right there. Second base, strong arm.
Arm strength critical, turning the double play. It can be a matter of a split second to get the out. Great double play.
And now Nate McLeod. Two outs, bases empty. He takes that one. Vasquez has him 0-1.
Well, now that he's ahead in the count here, Gary, I think he's going to utilize that changeup to try to get a swing and a miss.
McLeod isn't fooled by that pitch, and the count is evened up.
Well, he went for the backdoor slider right there, but he laid off the pitch. Good eye.
A swing line to left center. And that's going to be a base hit for McLeod. He's going to try to stretch it. There's the throw. He makes it to second base.
Well, they set down the first 2 men of this inning, but they couldn't get him out. A big double right there with 2 outs, and a 2-out hit will score a run.
Runner on second and 2 outs. Vasquez with the pitch. Swings, puts it in play. It's fielded by Morrison. And there's the 3rd out. Javier Vasquez right now, he's silencing the bats. Another good inning. He's put in some effective pitching so far. And it'll be the Marlins coming right up. And Infante's batting. 0 for 1 thus far. And here's the first one. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. It rolls all the way to the wall. He's heading for third. He throws.
He's out.
They apply the tag. He is out at third. And it's Hanley Ramirez now.
But when he was coming into his own with the Florida Marlins, Hanley Ramirez was always compared to Jose Reyes. Speed, power, the ability to change games with hits and with your legs. But Hanley Ramirez right now has put himself in a class of his own.
Base is empty, 1 out. And McCann calls for the pitch. And Jurgen's pitch is too low. It will be taken for a ball. Hanley Ramirez, as John said, in a class of his own because he's one of those shortstops who delivers power, one of the modern-day shortstops, I guess you'd say.
You know, it's interesting. I said, for me, rather than comparing him to Jose Reyes, I compare Hanley Ramirez more to Alex Rodriguez when he was a shortstop coming up with the Seattle Mariners.
Ball 3. Hanley stays off that one. Real danger now of walking Ramirez. Career numbers .318 batting average against Jair Jurgens. Here it comes. There's a swinging liner headed towards the left field corner. And this rolls all the way to the wall. And he's in at second with a double. 1-0.
You talk about a happy guy right there, and so is his manager. Getting there to second base, 2 outs to work with now for his offense. Let's see if his teammates can bring him in.
On at second, Ramirez. He won't get a chance to swing the bat here. They've decided to put him on.
But normally you want the hitter to earn his way on base, but in this situation, the intentional walk's the right move.
Gabby Sanchez batting now, 1 away. Had a base hit his last time up. And Sanchez in the box. First pitch. No luck that time for Jurgens. Misses inside with it.
Well, this is a tough pitch. It's almost one that you think maybe he had some intent here. Throwing that two-seam fastball that's running back in on the hitter. A dangerous pitch, especially for hitters diving into the zone.
Towards center field. To retire. Ramirez is headed for third. Ramirez around third. Headed for the plate. And the throw. And Ramirez is home.
Well, this is what a good offense does. It picks up runs with productive outs. Good piece of hitting.
Two outs and a runner on second. Jurgens gets set and delivers. Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike.
Look, Gary, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
Waves at that fastball in the hole now. 0-2.
Well, he fooled him right there. That two-seam fastball has to be down in the zone to be effective, but it looked like he was looking for a different pitch.
Swung on, hit in the air to right center, and that'll do it. Haywood puts it away. So they score once on 2 hits, 1 man left. Florida up 3. End of the order is going to try and kick it off offensively. And we're going to see Hensky here. He'll get us going here in the home half of the third.
Well, pinch hitter entering the game right now. The game is officially over. That's the end of the line for the pitcher today.
And that strike starts the third inning here, an 0-1 count.
Now that he's ahead in the count here, Gary, I'm looking for him to go to the curveball and try to punch him out.
And Vasquez throws one outside for a ball.
A great movement on that two-seam fastball, trying to start it on the corner. From running it off the plate, the hitter just laid off.
Fastball gets away from him there. 2-1. Two-1 on the way. That's off the plate away. 3-1.
Well, no excuse for this. This is something that drives managers and pitching coaches absolutely crazy. You can't throw a strike to the pitcher, and you're in the big leagues? Come on.
Ball 4.
And that one's going to miss. That'll be ball 4. He'll take first base.
Now, that base on balls doesn't help anything for this pitcher, Gary. Well, good discipline by the hitter to lay off the high pitch and take his base.
So that brings up Martin Prado to the plate. Grounded out his last time through. No one out and a runner on first. And he starts Prado out. He takes that one. Vasquez has him 0-1.
Velocity and location are absolutely critical. That pitch was exactly where he wanted to throw it.
Here's the pitch. That's hit foul by Prado. Prado again with that foul.
Well, the pitcher did exactly what he wanted to do on that 0-2 count. He wanted him to swing the bat, and he did, but he just fouled it off. Great piece of hitting.
Able to set him down there. Chalk that one up as a strikeout for him.
Well, he gets away with a slider up in the zone right there, and he gets the strikeout, but you can't fall in love with that location or you're going to get burned.
Now batting with one away. Here's Jason Hayward.
You know, guys, Jason Hayward might have got a little spoiled in the 2010 season. His rookie year, he gets a taste of the postseason. A lot of players would love to be able to say that.
First one to Hayward. Here's the pitch. He's up with it. Over to second for one. And they'll get the double play. Ramirez there to finish that.
Fans going home unhappy in this one. Their offense just did not get it done as the opposing pitching just shut them down. Wow.
And it's about time to award our player of the game, don't you think? The mound work from Javier Vasquez, that's what got it done.
Well, any starting pitcher will tell you that the last thing he wants to ever have to do is to turn the game over to the bullpen. They like to finish what they start, and that's exactly what he did today. He had all his pitches working, and he had complete command of the strike zone out there. He kept his lineup in check for the entire game and finished it strong.
Real good ball game. Great battle here, and the pitching, the better part of it, came away with a win.
And before the game, you probably would have thought 3 runs might not be enough to win this game, but lo and behold, it was.
I guess it's that time again. We wrap up this 2K Sports broadcast of MLB. For John, Steve, our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Adieu, adieu.